Too many Gen Xers feel behind on retirement, not because you didn't try, but because you're the 401k generation, the first to take on retirement solo. So you're left with no pensions, just contribution limits, compound returns, and hope. You are the experiment generation and in a retirement system built on self-responsibility. You were told, save enough, pick the right investments, and navigate these markets, tax law changes, and life transitions, all while raising kids, supporting parents, and trying not to burn out. You know what? That's a lot. That's why Gen X is often called the sandwich generation. And honestly, that burden shows. Over half of Gen X say they're not on track to retire. But that's not just a savings rate issue. It's a financial plan sequencing issue. And it's hard to keep up. And now the rules are shifting again. Starting in 2026, if you earn $145,000, your 401k catch-up contributions must go in a Roth, not pre-tax like before. That's a major shift, but it's also an opportunity because for those who feel behind, that's just a super catch-up. It's not a consolation prize, but a back-end booster. So if you're 60 or older, the IRS is giving you a tool to pack in thousands of extra tax-free dollars every year, right when retirement is on the horizon. Think of it as a just-in-time wealth building and compounding with purpose plan. So if you're 50 and wondering if it's too late, it's not. You just need a more strategic, more aligned plan. And that's why I created this video to walk you through a 3-step catch-up plan designed just for you Gen Xers. We'll cover the new 2026 catch-up contribution rule from the IRS and how to best use catch-ups as a back-end booster and intentional allocation across accounts and tax buckets, and how to go from feeling behind to confidently on pace faster than you think. And if you're new here, I'm Dr. Preston Cherry, financial planning Ph.D., top 10 Investopedia Advisor, and founder of Concurrent Wealth Management. We help Gen X professionals like you align your life and money so you can live your wealth your way. All right, let's chop. Here's the truth. If you're 50 plus, the IRS is giving you a second chance. Catch-up contributions are the closest thing to a do-over. In 2025, you could contribute $23,500 pre-tax to your 401k and another $46,500 after tax, considering no employer matches, although most plans have them. Plus, an additional $7,500 catch-up if you're 50 or older. That's $77,500 total in a year. And if you're 60 to 63, there's more. A super catch-up, an extra $11,250, bringing your total to $81,250 a year. That is a 6 to 7 figure outcome opportunity, even if you're starting late. Here's how to layer your contributions strategically. Max out your 401ks plus the catch-ups. Strategically, but not overused, backdoor Roths. If eligible, max out your HSAs plus the $1,000 age 55 catch-up. Still have the capacity? Flow the rest into a taxable brokerage account for flexibility. Aim to save 20 to 35% of gross income at this high income earning stage. That may sound aggressive, but remember, you're in your peak earning years, and small increases now compound massively. Also, remember, don't deprive yourself now in these vital years. You can live now and secure retirement. Remember, it's and, not or. Saving is only one step, but how you save and where you save is just as important. This is called asset account location for tax diversification and flexibility, and it gives you control over your future tax rate, not just the IRS. Think of your accounts as 3 tax buckets. Pre-tax, which are your traditional 401k and IRAs, then Roths, Roth IRA, 401ks, and lastly, taxable. For example, your taxable brokerage accounts. So here's the guide. If you're in a high tax bracket today, you may lean towards pre-tax, or to smooth out those future tax trigger years like large pre-tax distributions, RMDs, and IRMA years that impact your bracket, you may consider a few Roth conversions now. Your taxable bucket adds flexibility. No withdrawal penalties, favorable capital gains treatments on distributions instead of ordinary income tax, and step-up basis for estate planning. Ultimately, it's about a manageable lifetime tax rate. Why does all of this matter? The more flexibility that you have in retirement, the more efficient and aligned your withdrawal strategy can be. And that's the financial plan sequencing edge that we're talking about. Quick pit stop. If you're a Gen X professional or business owner who's in your 40s, 50s, or early 60s and feeling behind on retirement, then book your free retirement clarity call using the links in the description. And fill out the free retirement readiness quiz. We'll map out your catch-up windows, rebalance your tax buckets, and build out the plan that actually moves your retirement date forward and not backwards. Now, let's get back to it. Now, let's turn this into something you can commit to. Start with a 90-day sprint. Let's do this. Raise your savings rate. Use your 401k catch-ups to your advantage. Fund your brokerage accounts for flexibility. Align your asset location across accounts. Then shift into an annual flow. With these moves, you can now reforecast your retirement date. These aren't massive overhauls. They're small, intentional actions repeated over time. And that's how clarity compounds. That's how confidence builds. And to show you how this plays out in real life, let's go ahead and walk through a real life example. Let's take a couple both age 50 with a current savings of $250,000 and a household income of $225,000 with a goal to retire at 63. Just by maxing out the pre-tax, after-tax, and after 50 catch-ups of $7,500 during their 50s, they would end up with about $1.5 million at 60, and continuing with those total max outs and super catch-ups of $11,250 from 60 to 63, they'd end up with around $2.4 million. Before this plan, retirement age looked like 68 plus. After this plan, well, let's take a look. They maxed out 401ks plus catch-ups with $77,500 or $81,250 a year. They built brokerage and balanced tax buckets. They locked in a 90-day and annual check-in. So what's the outcome? The target retirement was pulled forward 5 years to 63 or early at 50 with other resources. Clarity up, stress down, probability of success, confidence gets better. If this gave you clarity, share it with somebody who still thinks it's too late. But here's the truth. Late starts don't derail you totally. They demand a dedicated plan. And if you're 50 or older, this is your window. Catch-up rules are here to help you thrive. Initial catch-ups start at 50 and super catch-ups unlock at 60. With high earners facing mandatory Roth changes in 2026, this isn't just about saving more. It's about sequencing your plan so it works for you. Not sure where to start? Let's map it out together. Book your free retirement clarity call using the top links in the description. Well, we'll walk through a wall for you and catch up your timeline, rebalance your tax buckets, and build the investment plan that moves your retirement date forward and not backwards. And also, don't forget to fill out the free retirement readiness quiz. It's linked at the top of the description too. You'll see where you're ahead and where you also need to adjust. And remember, retirement isn't a worry, it's a way. When you have a plan or a pathway to get where you want to go, live your wealth your way. We'll chop soon.